What is up, everybody, and welcome back. Oh, I'm back. And I don't have a ring light because it blinds me in the eyes. Then I go blind, and then we don't want that. I have a very, very, very special guest on the Scevoli X-Force show. We all know her as Space Mom, Hara Syndulla herself, Vanessa.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so grateful to finally be here. Your enthusiasm, your posts, like I just have adored you for the longest time. So it's wonderful to finally have this time where we can nerd out together. So thank goodness.
I am so excited you're here.
And the Tano portion of your name, it just makes my heart just swell. I love Ahsoka Tano. She's my absolute fave. So the fact that you salute the Tano, we're good.
Yes, yeah. Ahsoka is, before we start asking you questions, but Ahsoka has really helped me through life. And I feel like with Star Wars as a whole, she defines what Star Wars really is. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah.
We see her journey and you see her, and it's people always talk about Obi-Wan, look at his story, but no one really talks about Ahsoka's story. Look what she was through and look where she is now in the world. You know what I mean?
I love her. I love her. I love Snips, and I also love Ashley Eckstein so much.
She's the best. I love her. She's the sweetest human in the world.
Indeed.
But so my first question to you, Vanessa, is how did you get into voice acting? Because I hear your voice all over. I know you post a lot of it. You're in, like I said, Hara Syndulla. You're on one of my favorite animation shows of Space Mom. We all call you Space Mom because you are a Space Mom. And you're in one of my other favorite animated shows because animation is the best thing in the world. I love animation.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn as Wonder Woman.
Yes. Yeah. Well, the Harley Quinn cartoon is absolutely hilarious. It is so funny. Yeah, and Kite Man is also a crowd pleaser. Yeah, it's not safe for work, but it's fantastic. One of the several times I've had the honor to play Wonder Woman. Several of the DC animated films I did. First Crisis on Two Earths, then Flashpoint Paradox, and then Red Sun. And each one was sort of its own unique experience. Oh, look at the ring light. Let's go.
I know, it's so bright.
Shirt. Wait, is that Kanan and Sabine? I love your shirt.
Yes.
Whoa, where'd you get that?
I made it.
Yo, that's awesome.
So this shirt is on my store. It comes with a pin. So it's the Trials of the Darksaber.
Oh, I love that. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Don't worry, there's a Hara pin in the works. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry.
That's great.
Now, how's this ring light? Is it okay?
Yes, you're great. You're always great.
All right, I try, I try. But so, I want you to talk about how did you get into the role of Hara Syndulla?
Right. Well, okay. Did you ask me how I got into voiceover in general or just?
Correct.
Okay. Well, getting into voiceover in general, I was in a one-woman show that I created with several different characters, different voices, obviously. And an animation agent was there, the one who I've been signed with since 1997, CESD Talent. And they said, you might want to try animation. You do all these voices. So I went into the office, I auditioned for them, and they said, you know what, we'll take you on. And that was 1997. I took so many voiceover classes, and I still do. I love learning. You don't just go to the gym once. You got to keep going to the gym. And, you don't brush your teeth just once. It's every night, dude. Every morning. Oh, man, it is what it is. I don't know. But anyway, so progress, not perfection. You just kind of keep at it. And here we are. My first job that I booked was in, I think, the Justice League. I was Coral Lipstick Lady #1. Thank you to Andrea Romano for casting me. And I think Paramedic #3. Thrilled to have been there. And then I think on Scooby-Doo, I was Daphne's cousin.
Oh, wow.
Of some nondescript European origin. So, I was just dying. I was so grateful. And then eventually cut to the Harrison Dula audition, it was entitled Wolf. It was codenamed Wolf, and it mentioned a sun sword. And sun sword. I'm like, that sounds like a lightsaber, but I didn't think it was Star Wars. I just think I apply everything I've learned from Star Wars to everything, everywhere.
Me too.
So, luckily in this instance, it worked out for me that it was literally Star Wars. So I got a call back for it. And when I walked in, I saw Dave Filoni, and I tried to act normal because I'm a huge Clone Wars fan. And I did my job, and I was so grateful. I was like, well, that's as good as life gets right there. I mean, you just met Dave, and, congratulations, Vanessa. That's really special. Like, I framed the parking pass, and then I got a call that I actually booked the job and died, like dead on the floor, 100%. Call an ambulance, like, just no way did that just happen. So it's like a dream come true. It's 100% one of the best things that's ever happened to me in my life. It's introduced me to an entire network of incredible human beings like yourself, my friends all over the world. I mean, this room that I'm in, I've got gifts here from people from all over the place. Like that painting right there, the Harrison Dula. Banana. Yeah, we talked about that on the podcast. I've got when the Mandalorian Mercs made me an honorary member. That's the Sabine helmet that they gave me.
Oh wow!
All of these things are gifts from people. I've got a loth cat here.
I got a loth cat.
I got a loth cat. There's just all kinds of incredible presents that I have. Oh, let me see. Is this Bad Ash? Hold on. No, that's not Bad Ash. I've got a good friend. Her name is Bad Ash Design. Where's her stuff? I've got these pins are absolutely stunners. Like, come on, man.
That's so good.
Anyway, I've never met so many incredibly cool people under one fandom. Marvel fans are cool, this and that, but like the Star Wars fans is something else. It's like the minute you tell me you're a Star Wars fan, oh, okay, what do I mean? I'm in the Chicago airport after Chicago Celebration. I make it to my gate. I'm about to board my flight. The whole airport gets shut down due to a blizzard. And they tell everyone to go out to the baggage claim and find their luggage. This is like 10 million people. Get out of my... I didn't know, but I had my backpack on with my voiceover studio in it, which weighs a good 40 pounds maybe, on my back. I had been searching for my luggage for 3 hours, carrying this on my back, sweating, dying. And I look up and I saw this woman wearing a Hera Hope sweatshirt.
Aww.
And she said, "Can we help you?" And I just broke down crying. Like, look, my kids are going to take these turnstiles. I'm going to take this turnstile. You go down and take those turnstiles, and we're going to find your luggage. And I was like, thank you so much. And that's what we do for each other. I don't know if I'll ever see her again. I hope I do. But I hug them, but that's who we are as people. We will help each other. We will. I understand people have disagreements about this and that and the other thing, little fine points of like Sithdom and Jedidom and this and that. Whatever, man. At the end of the day, if we're in a tense situation, we are going to help each other no matter where we bear out on any side of these issues. We just will. You're wearing a Falcon shirt, I'm going to help you. It's just that simple. And it's not like I'm not wired to help anyone else, but I feel like a kinship with people who understand how valuable Star Wars is to our world.
Yes.
There's just this instant, lovely connection that so it's not been just a job. It's changed my life. So
it's like a lifestyle.
Yes, I think so. At least, some of the values that Ashley espouses with her Mental Health Monday and,
oh yeah, I love that.
All the things and anti-bullying and this and that. Like, I feel like it's just soul food, and I'm so grateful. I really am.
I think when Ashley says in the last season of Clone Wars, no, not in the last season of Clone Wars, maybe it is the last season of Clone Wars, I'm not too sure. She says the quote, "In my life, when you find people that need your help, you help them, no matter what." Yes, that's the last season of the Clone Wars. Yes, I'm thinking about that. Yes, it is.
God, I love her. She's just so great, honestly.
And I think also with Hera, we see Hera throughout Rebels, hoping every day, every episode, that
Yes.
we're fighting for this. And Keenan's like,
Yes.
well, can't we just go back to the way it was? Just me, you,
Yes.
and like, but Hera's like, no. And it's like,
Yeah.
we need to start fighting for the future, fighting
Yes.
for freedom. Because in reality, we don't see like all, because Revenge of the Sith,
Yeah.
and then we see like Darth Vader's story for like 20 plus years. No, I think it's maybe 20 years, I think.
Right.
Until like we get to like the Luke Skywalker movie. I can't remember that. Oh, the New Hope and everything like that.
Yes.
So like through that time, like every episode is
Right.
so critical to the rebellion, and
Yes.
like Hera's the Ghost Crew has really started that rebellion into what is now Endor,
Yes.
and I hope we get more shows like after Endor, because I know Endor is finished now. More animation shows or a live action show. I'm all for animation.
I think we will. I really do think we will. I think we'll get tons more. Honestly, I do.
I think we are too. I think even with this Maul show coming up too, it's a piece of not maybe the rebellion, because I don't believe Maul was in the rebellion.
Right.
But, but like leading him up to his scene in Rebels. Why? How did Ezra meet Old Master in that area?
Exactly.
So I'm excited to see that. Now back to the Clone Wars. We see one of your characters, Rook.
Yes.
She's in there. She's with Maul, fighting to the end.
Yes.
How did you get that role of Rook cast?
Filoni was like, do you want? They just offered it to me. They're like,
do you want more?
Yeah, they're like, do you want to play a Mandalorian? I'm like, do I want to play a Mandalorian? I want to be a Mandalorian. Like, can I just live the Mandalorian dream for the rest of my life? Like, what do you mean? And when I came up to him and I was like, I can die now. He's like, please don't do that. And I was like, no, a Mandalorian? I'm like, no, you don't understand. I love Mandalorians. I love them. I love them all. I do. I just can't help it. Always have, always will. And so they offered it to me. And, when I got there, he was like, well, you obviously have to make this quite different from Hera. And I'm like, well, yeah, of course. And, perhaps she's got sort of a lower voice and perhaps more of she's organized in a different manner, more as a warrior, almost like a Bryn of Tarth, someone... Mm-hmm. She's definitely going to beat you into the earth, as opposed to Hera would probably reason with you and assume you need a nap and a cookie and figure out a better way for us to come together and, heal you and fight the rebellion.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So it's just, they're two very different people, but anyway, and I didn't say much in the Clone Wars as Rook. I believe I said, my lord, what does it mean? A couple other choice sentences, but it wasn't really fleshed out, but it didn't matter. I love her cast from the comic books. I know she saves Darth Maul's life and this and that. And so she's an incredible character. And I'm very grateful to have even had a moment to play her in that final season of the Clone Wars. I was honored. And I love Sam. I got to tell you, when he came in and was talking to Ezra about the holocron and all that jazz, I have never been more scared in my life. I'm a huge Clone Wars fan. So his return and introduction into the Clone Wars was, I think I screamed when we saw Asajj Ventress in episode 1.
Oh, I love
it. Because I know Nika Futterman, and I was like, Nika, you're killing me right now. This Asajj is like, I love Asajj. I love.
I do. I think she is also like what Star Wars is really. Like, you know what I like? Even with Crosshair, like Crosshair is like a definition of what like real life people can do. Like, I know you can't just like murder somebody and not go to jail, of course. But what these characters mean and how Star Wars develops their story, like Asajj, like she's so bold, bold into like a killer assassin, for Count Dooku, and then gets betrayed, loves Quinlan Voss, and then
I mean, let's talk about the, Tales of the Underworld.
I know.
Dude, when she came back and she's back live, I was like, oh, it's Christmas, it's Hanukkah, it's all the things. Like it's New Year's Day. It's, oh my gosh, I wept. Oh, and she chooses to. And also Cheese, the actor who, I don't know if you saw Reservation Dogs, the Sterling Harjo. Yeah. Oh no, you have got to watch it. It's fantastic on Hulu. Incredible series. To see Cheese in this was amazing. The character Cheese, he's incredible. He's amazing. It was all good things.
It is, and now you're in Tales of the Underworld too.
Yes. Very briefly, I get to play a news reporter and also a mom. In that first, I think it's the exactly, the first Cad Bane episode. Yeah, that was great.
Cad Bane's stories was very
chef's kiss.
Yes, and
very
also with the Azaj Ventress episodes. Like, I love Nika, just like you, is one of my favorite voice actors, like, of all time, role models. Nika is right up there with you. Like,
she's amazing. I can't even. I have no words for how much I love her. I love her soul. She's like Ashley. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, like, she needs to be on my show next, Vanessa. So you got to get her for me.
Yes. Okay. I will make that happen. I promise. Yes.
So back to the rebellion, because like, this is like in Star Wars, this is a big part of Star Wars, is the rebellion.
Yes.
So now I don't want to spoil Endor for you, but can I spoil it for you or no?
I probably know. I'm up to episode 5. What part?
Oh, it's like episode 11?
Oh no.
11 or 10.
Well, of the new season?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to it. Can you?
I'll get back to you. I won't spoil it for you because I don't like doing that. But I'll just say they reference something in Rebels.
Oh, I haven't seen this yet. I definitely want to see this. Yes, I've heard of it. I saw posts about it. I have not seen it yet.
Okay, I won't spoil it. I'll just leave it off at that.
We'll chat about it.
Yes, we will. We'll send messages back to each other.
As soon as I watch it, I'll go, oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Mon Mothma. I mean, I know it's some scene with Mon Mothma that links with Rebels. I don't know what it is, but I cannot wait to watch it. And I'm trying to savor every moment. I mean, because when it's over, what am I going to do?
I know. What are we? Yeah. What did
I don't know, dude. I can't. It's weird. It's like I don't love waiting week to week. I like to watch things all together. And having said that, when I do kind of blaze through them, then they're done, and it's like, oh.
And I like how, because Disney Plus never really did this. They released like 3 episodes and then 3 episodes and 3 episodes. They really never did that before. They usually just release one for 12 weeks, one each Tuesday. Right. And I don't like those 3 episode things, because it's like you're leaving still on a cliffhanger. You're still leaving us on a cliffhanger anyway.
Yes.
But I don't know why they did that this year. It was weird, because I wonder if they're going to do that with the Ahsoka show when it comes back.
Yeah. Well, I wonder. I prefer having more to watch than just one, because I get really sad in between. and I don't know. I mean, maybe I should just like get over it, but I prefer Mandalorian. I watched week to week, and every week I was sad in between. And then, so for Ahsoka, I waited. For Andor, I waited. And then I was able to blaze through all of it. I was like, oh, it's so good. But I'm not sure. I think they did them week to week last time, right?
Yes, they did and Ahsoka week to week. One, like animation, they do it too. But I think with the Tales episodes, like the Tales seasons, they just release it all at once, because it's only 6 shorts, like 6 shorts. So.
Do you have a preference one way or the other, or?
So what they do with the Tales, I like, because it's 3 episodes each character. Okay. So if they do like Hera, or they do Sabine, what I mean? Then we get that story, and that leads into just like the Ahsoka, that one, the baby Ahsoka life or death tied into Anakin teaching her,
Right.
the battle more than just droids, and then
Yes.
the last episode is her joining the rebellion that she never thought she could, and
Right.
and we didn't know she was in Padme's funeral, in Revenge of the Sith, but we didn't see
Who
her there.
knew? I
Who
know.
knew?
Yeah.
And then like I like doing week to week because then with like Hera, like we see her in the Bad Batch again,
Oh,
which
yeah.
was amazing. And now I
Yeah.
really have to ask you this
Yeah.
because how do you switch the voices with
Um,
Hera?
well, it's interesting to consider her as a child was a lot of fun. I mean, I really I enjoyed trying to discover just how much of the Ryloth accent she would have, just how much of that sort of bravado, if you will, that Hera has. Was she shy as a teenager? It's a lot to consider. We know who she becomes, but where does she start from? So that was kind of the fun of recording those episodes, was working with Brad, the director. He was incredible, trying to like dial down, dial this up, make her a little older, make her a little wiser, make her more naive here, make her more vulnerable with her father, which then punctuates the latter scene where she's kind of like arguing with her dad, obviously with a Ryloth accent or whatever it is, so it's working in tandem with the director to find it together. So, that's kind of the fun of it, is like, when we would hit it and he would say, "Oh yeah, that's it. That's what you need to do." I don't know, that made it feel so much more fun to, I can't hear myself, and I don't know how it lands. I mean, equally, like when we did the scene with Chom Syndulla, I've told this before, but Dave had texted me, would Hera ever speak in her Ryloth accent? I said, only if she's mad, because I have friends who come from like Nashville or Georgia, and normally they I guess they call it code switching or whatever. Like they just kind of speak with more sort of a neutral, even Jersey. Let's talk Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey.
I mean, your Nona calls, your grandma calls, and you're just like, come on, or whatever the lingo is. But I've seen my friends become 5 years old again and sort of fight with their family or something. And so, Dave said during that record session, we had done all the takes with just a sort of neutral accent. And he said, why don't you try that thing I texted you about? And I'm fluent in French, and the Ryloth accent is similar to French. So I just sort of dipped into it. And that's kind of exactly what happened in Bad Batch, where, I played younger girls, and Hera's voice, like you bring some of the innocence in there, and then you bring the accent on top of it. Like, how thick do you want it? Do you want it very thick? Do you want her to, how much do you want her to lose in terms of that native tongue? How far do you want her to have come from being perhaps a shy teen girl? That's really interesting. Or does it not make sense? If she's that shy, how did she ever become that? So it was really, I'm so grateful that Brad directed me into what felt like an authentic version of her, sort of where she started to make a believable journey into who she became. And we're all so familiar with that through Star Wars Rebels. So
I know. When I
collaborate.
saw Hera back on my screen, I was like, oh, I love her. And then as a kid, and then with Omega, like they're like best friends. We
Dude.
need more of that. I hope we get that. I know Bad Batch has ended, we know that, but we can always have tales, because we know now Omega joins the rebellion.
So I don't know, man. That would be amazing. Never know. We can put our little wish list together.
I have
fun. I mean, I knew at the end of Rebels, I had so many questions. As far as my, Jason, my son goes, which, had no idea that happened. Is he force sensitive? Are there laku under his hair? Like what is this genetic composition going to bear out like? And where does he land? And how do I help him if he does have, sort of force sensitivity? I'm like, okay. I mean, I guess there's Ahsoka, or Ezra down the line if we ever find him again. And then, if we got it in a comic book, if we got it in a novel, if we got it in a movie, if we got it in a TV show, I don't care where it comes from. I just need to know these things. So I'm just grateful that we had such a great show, and I thought they did a great job. And I gobble that content up like crazy. So good.
Rebels, like in the beginning, like people didn't like Rebels because of their animation. I heard a lot about their animation, but I had no problem with the animation when I first watched it years ago. I was like, what is people's problem with this? Like, I don't get it. It's like a cool animation, but like, and I feel like what Dave is trying to do is he's trying to get everybody into the new animation that we see now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I hope we get like maybe a little Tales of Kenan, meeting Hera. I would love that.
Did you ever read A New Dawn by John Jackson Miller? Yeah, that was helpful to kind of get a sense of how they met. I really enjoyed reading that. He's a great guy, great author.
Yes, he makes some amazing books, incredible books.
Yeah. I'm so happy to finally meet you. It's so cool because you've been so great on Instagram. All of your posts are so awesome. I love your energy. You're a force for good online.
Don't make me cry, Vanessa. My mascara will come off. Don't do that to me. Don't do it.
You're the best. And then the fact that you're from Jersey, I had no idea.
Yes, I thought, because when you asked me that question before we started the show, I was like, wow, she really hit it spot on with like Jersey or New York. I was like, no one has ever like really like, they just asked me, they go, oh, where are you from? And I'll be like, oh, Jersey. And they'll be like, oh, that's why.
Yeah. I miss New Jersey. I really do. There's just something about it. I just love New Jersey, and I miss living in New York as well, but here we are.
If you're ever, I don't know, they do a lot of Comic-Cons in.
Oh, I know. Here. I was supposed to have been at New York Comic-Con 2 years ago and then last year, and it just has not worked out. So I'm praying that this year it works out. So if it does, come find me.
I will.
Okay.
What was I going to ask you? Oh, what cons are you going to be at this year?
Oh, great question. There is a convention. Let's see.
Is anywhere close to me?
No, I don't believe so. There's where is it? In Houston, NostalgiaCon is kind of August 23rd. There is a game expo convention. Let me see. I'll get you the exact details. I believe it's the weekend of June 6th. That is SoCal Gaming Expo. That's here in Los Angeles. Yeah, that is June. Gosh, does it say the dates on here? SoCal Gaming Expo, June 6th through 8th. That's over, I believe, at the Pasadena Convention Center here so that could not be farther from you. Sorry, buddy.
It's all right.
And we have quite the actors strike going on currently. So it's kind of hard to talk about going to a gaming expo, anything, without mentioning the video game strike and the value of, our sort of holding out to not have our voices sort of taken in the AI manner and used and replicated and on and on. I do hope that they come to a fair conclusion for all parties. I would love to get back to work, but if anyone has any questions about the strike, please go to, there's a wonderful page on Instagram. It's called Game Performance Matters. And they have all kinds of information there, and you can even sign a petition saying that as fans of video games that you care about protecting the actors' rights to make a living with their voices. Because essentially, if they take them and use them indefinitely or, for in perpetuity, we will never work again. And, they just have our voices on file, and I don't know I'll be working at a diner, I guess. But
go back to Jersey. I'll find you. I'll get you somewhere.
Oh, yeah. But I would love for people to check out the Game Performance Matters page, and you can get more information and support our fight for fairness. And I know it's a difficult time for a lot of people in that regard. And I do hope that we can, wrap it up and find a fair way to proceed. But anyway, it's been kind of hard. So doing a gaming convention, it's like I'm very aware of what we can and can't say and this and that. So it's a bit of a tense time in terms of the gaming world. We're not supposed to play video games that we're a part of, not supposed to promote them. So I'm able to talk about the games that are that have signed the interim agreement, and the other ones not so much. So it's a lot to hold in my skull at all times. And I look forward to a time of peace when everyone is able to safely make a living and give the fans what they deserve, which is a very soulful read from a human being, not a machine. So I know AI, I have friends who live for ChatGPT. I know AI has helped a lot of people. And I think there is indeed value in it, but I also don't want to see people losing their homes and on and on. And that's, already happening to people given how long we've held out to protect ourselves. So anyway, it's a very nuanced conversation, and I invite people to learn more as I need to learn more on a daily basis. So there you have it.
Don't worry, guys. I will put that in the link in the bio so you can go check it out and
Awesome.
follow that page. So before we go, Vanessa, I want to ask you a couple more questions because I know I only have you for 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So my next question to you now, you were in Squadrons, Rogue
Yes,
Squadrons.
yes.
Squadrons.
Yeah.
How was that? Because that's motion.
Oh, great
That's
question.
motion capture.
Yeah, it was interesting because I had to memorize the lines. So I've been Hera like this, sort of reading Hera. So it was fun to really live, all the lines. And I noticed something though, we're all in the balls, like, you got the luge suit on with the this and that. Yeah, I look totally ridiculous. I can send you pictures of it, but I posted them at the time. But yeah, it was crazy because I think I was acting opposite Phil Morris, if I'm not I'm mistaken. I think, anyway, there were a couple other actors, but when I listen to people, even I notice, like, if I'm on a Zoom, thank God I'm muted, because when I listen to people, I go, I listen. I really, I mean, maybe that's like a Jersey thing, like,
We
yeah,
really listen.
hey, how you doing? Yeah. But the thing is, if you're doing a video game and, like, we really need to hear this human's lines, it is not helpful when Hera's going, So I thought, oh, because that's how I really listen. That is not helpful in a scene. Like, I don't do that on a microphone because I know it will disrupt that person's lines. But since we were interacting sort of in real time and space, I noticed my natural propensity to, like, really listen is not helpful in an acting scene. So, but I really enjoyed it. I had a great time. And yeah, I would love to do it again. The mocap is like a whole other fun world. And yeah, I would love to get more experience in that area. So hopefully someday.
Yes, we need Hera back on our screens. That's Vanessa Marshall. We need you. You're my Harrison Dooley. You are. You bring. I really feel like from the live action to the animation, I feel like animation is such a family thing, like live action, you could say the same thing, but I just don't feel it as a family, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
sure. Animation is my thing. Like, I do everything animation on my YouTube show. Yeah. But seeing like Hera in animation just brings me so much joy, and I know like the whole cast of Star Wars Rebels, Clone Wars, Bad Batch, gonna be the Mall show, the Tales shows, like they bring their all to the table. They bring these characters like, wow, like that's incredible. Like, it's incredible. I think a lot of scenes in Star Wars history are in animation because you can do so much in animation. And one of my favorite scenes is, and it makes me cry every time, tear. I'm not going to say full on cry, but tear, is Hera accepting that Keenan is finally gone.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
it's intense.
and it's like the music and Ezra. Oh, it's so Vanessa.
Yeah,
It's
intense.
so incredible. The
Oh,
scene, your voice, Taylor.
oh,
Yeah, Taylor's voice, and Taylor Gray is an amazing voice actor. I love him.
oh.
Um, Even Tia, Freddie, shout out to them. Steve, like I love all. Like I said, I love all of them. I do. I can't sit here and pinpoint. Oh, like in Rebels, you're my favorite character because they all bring something favorable
100%.
to
Yeah,
the table. You
it's a
know,
family. It's a family. You love the unit. I
it
get it.
is. It is. I love it. I love my Ghost crew. But now you and a couple of your Star Wars Rebels buddies have
Yes,
started Pod of the Rebellion. What
that's
is that?
right.
If no one knows that, I know what it is, but I
Yes.
need one of those. I need that.
All right. Well, I'll get one to you. Yeah. This is our podcast. It's called Pod of Rebellion. It's with Tia Sarkar, Taylor Gray, and of course, Vanessa Marshall. And that right there, that is John Brody. That is Freddie Prinze Jr.'s best friend. And John is an incredible actor, producer, writer, an incredible talent. He does a lot of podcasts with Freddie. He did a lot of stuff with Freddie's Good Evening and Good Game channel.
Oh.
We did a bunch of RPG Star Wars games that we filmed with Sam Witwer as the DM. And I called up John and I was like, John, would you ever want to moderate a panel or a podcast rather, with all of us kind of doing a Rebels rewatch? We've got the 10-year Rebels reunion that happened. And, what better way to celebrate these 4 seasons than to kind of go through them? And I said, I think it would be really fun to focus on the behind the scenes stuff, not like actually breaking down each and every episode per se, although he does do a recap that is quite remarkable at the beginning. And then we remember sort of the laughs that we had and the special things that happened during the records, like with Jason Isaac. He brought in he opened a closet and discovered a miniature golf set and was like golfing while he was trying to destroy Kanan. And it was hilarious to watch. And I really thought that Freddie was going to kill him, but because he was like, what are you doing playing golf right now? We're trying to work, but it worked to make Kanan, it was perfect. It was like, it was sublime actually. But anyway, stuff like that. And we've had Dante Brasco as a guest, Steve Bloom as a guest, and we're going to have Ashley Eckstein and Manny Jacinto. We want to look at Asians in the Star Wars universe. We want to kind of lift that up. And really, we hope to, in the long run, celebrate some of the people behind the scenes who don't necessarily get a lot of focus. I mean, everyone knows Joel Aaron is incredible. Christina Portillo, Portillo. There's a million people who really deserve so much applause. A lot of the women behind the scenes, we'd love to, focus on them as well. And so anyway, it's just going to be kind of a catch-all. We also want to celebrate the fans. I am a card-carrying member of the Sabacc Society. I'm part of the Moonshine Cantina.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, we want to have an episode where we play Sabacc. We want to do like cosplaying Heras. We want to have cosplaying Ezras. So we really hope to incorporate the fans. And that's one of the things that John does a really great job of incorporating. People send us art. You can email podofrebellionpodcast@gmail.com, podofrebellionpodcast@gmail.com, and let us know if you have any questions. We also do bonus episodes where we answer fans' questions. You can send us your cosplay. We'll post it. If you have any fan theories, we'd love to hear them. And just, watch along with us and comment and whatever else. But we are at Pod of Rebellion on all the socials, so you can come find and follow us there. And then this is, of course, it's on iHeart. This is, let me see if I can get this to function. There. This is the QR code to go ahead and follow the podcast if you would like to. But you can find it wherever you listen to your podcast. Unfortunately, it's not on YouTube. I've had a lot of people ask, why isn't it on YouTube? I have no idea. But anyway, we would love to have you join us. And we just love the chosen family that we created in the cast, but we also love embracing the fans, our extended chosen family. And we loved meeting people at conventions, and we just thought this would be a great way to continue to meet more and more new fans as they come to it. I think with the Ahsoka TV show, a lot of people
watching Rebels.
Yeah, they were watching Rebels to kind of get a sense of what they needed to know for that. So it's really very sweet how it's kind of had a rebirth in the wake of people wanting to better understand things. And I guess now with Andor, as you said, that there's, you know, a scene that is that still holds up with another scene in Star Wars Rebels. That's amazing to me. I cannot wait to watch that. So I'll definitely get with you after I've seen it.
Yes, you're gonna be like, oh, I knew it.
Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, Andor is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Especially the second season. The first season's very like slow and like not upbeat. Like second season's like bang, like here we are.
Funny. It feels funnier somehow.
It does. It does. It feels like more complete a little more.
There's stranger characters here and there that are more.
Yes, and I thought we were actually gonna see, but we don't. Like some Star Wars Rebels. You know, I thought we were gonna see like maybe Hera or like Sabine. You know, like we know we see Zeb in the Mandalorian. You know, we're seeing him. Yeah. And now we're gonna see him in the the Grogu and Mandalorian movie. You know, we have some.
Oh my God, that's so awesome!
Spoilers of that I saw online. And Steve Blum. I don't think.
Yeah.
I could watch Zeb if it wasn't Steve Blum. Like I could like.
Yeah, he's the best. I love Steve so much. He's so great. And his wife Mary. Yeah, they're the best.
You guys are all awesome. I think I'm gonna have to come on the Pod Rebellion podcast.
Vanessa. Yeah, I think you need to, buddy. You know? I think you need to. We'll have to figure something out here. I think that's a must do. So I don't know. I mean, like the thing is, hopefully we wanted to do live records of the podcast at conventions, and I wonder if I could try and finagle something with the New York Comic-Con folks and see if there's a way for us to do like a live podcast record. I don't know.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I think it would be great. Anyway, but that's very local to you, so you could be there is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I think then you just bring me out. I'll get my new weave in and everything. I'll get my hair done, you know.
Yes, I love it. Please. That sounds awesome.
Because I love Tia. I love Taylor. I think they're incredible people. They have to come also on the show, Vanessa. You got 3 people you got to ask.
Okay. Not a problem.
So my last question to you is, because I know you have to go, what is your favorite? Now, this is 2 questions in one. Okay. Favorite Rebels scene and favorite Hera. I could say line, or I could say quote, either or.
Well, all right. I have a twofer for favorite scene. When we see Snip sees Anakin's eyes, or Darth Vader. I don't know. That moment for me was a completion of the Clone Wars. Like my heart cracked in a million pieces, and I will never be okay about it. When Kanan died. Dude.
Don't do it to me.
No. That was like nuclear holocaust in my brain. Like, poof. Yeah. I've never seen anything like that. That animation, once again, you know, all the incredible artists and writers at Lucasfilm. I just, my hats are off to all of them, and like all my hats, hats off to them. And I would say, I really love her line where she says, "We have hope that things will get better," and they will, because there have been so many hopeless times since then. You know, the pandemic was very strange. You know, there have been, you know, for me personally, I lost a good friend of mine in the last year who just suddenly passed away I mean, I know that's kind of part of the deal. We all are going to do that at some point, but it was early, it was unexpected, it was devastating, and similar to Kanan dying. But you know, of course, that sentence is said prior to Kanan's death. But I have always held on to that line and Hera's hope in general. as something to inspire me to never give up, to always look for the next miracle, and just know that as long as I keep showing up and uh, looking on the bright side, that things always get better. And Ashley's Mental Health Monday helps me immeasurably. And, people like you online, you really make my day when you celebrate some of these things. So thank you for seeing me. Thank you for, your undying support and enthusiasm. You're a real light online. Some people have fears of social media. Oh, it's so toxic, this and that. Yeah, sure, everything can be toxic, but there's also so much love and passion and just people with a lot of dignity and grace and kindness that I also find. I choose to focus on people like that, and you're one of those people. So I thank you for sharing your light with all of us. So thank you for that, and I'm really grateful that we finally got to do this.
We really did. I love you so much.
I love you more.
Oh, guys, Hera loves me.
Yay!
Hera loves me. But before we go, I just want to say, like, I do deal with mental health. I have that. And like you said, like, hope. Every day is like a step. Like, something bad happens, it's, to me, I don't get frustrated no more like I did a couple years ago. I think about it, I go, what would Ahsoka do?
Yes.
Hope. Life will get better. Life hits you and then it gets better. It hits you, it gets better. Like I always say, like, and it's true, like, rebellions are built on hope. And they are. Like, you're your own rebellion in your way, if that makes sense. Like, you're your own rebellion. And like with Hera, and I think I connect to a lot of the females in Star Wars because I feel like they never give up. And that's what I think people have to understand. Like, I love all the females. Like, my top 5 females in Star Wars are Ahsoka, Barriss Offee, Azaj, Hera Syndulla, and Sabine Wren.
Yes.
Like, it is just because they make me keep going.
Yes.
I have Hera's quotes. I have Ashley's quotes. You know what I mean? Like, you guys, like, before we end, like, you guys have helped me tremendously in my life. I that's why I'm Scevoli Tano. I'm just not Scevoli. I'm Scevoli Tano. I do animation show. I have you on. I have Hera because Hera is such a piece of my story. Sure. And as much as her story is still going, my story is also still going. And I always say, like, Hera will never give up the fight. Even if it's against all odds, Hera will never, ever give up. And I think that's what I learned from Star Wars. Like, yes, times are tough. People are rough. People are not always nice. They're not always nice to me. And I'm like the sweetest human in the world. But, like, you get through it, and I, like you said, Ashley's Mental Health, I love those. I listen to them. I post them, I love her. I love you. Like, you guys stand for so much, just not for because you brought that character to life. Dave Filoni, George Lucas brought the character on, wrote the name down, but you've brought Hera Syndulla into our lives. And I think you've done something in my life and other people's lives out there that even if she's put in live action, it's still Vanessa Marshall. You know what I mean? Even Hera that we have in Ahsoka, like, no offense to Mary, she's good at Hera, but Vanessa will always, like, you will always be my Hera because you stood and you can feel the voice in you. Like, you could feel that you're this character, you've been through something, you do it. I feel like a lot of live action characters don't do their research on the characters, and we don't have that same connection to them as we do in the animation, if that makes sense.
I could see, I mean, I've had a similar experience as a Clone Wars fan. But thank you for your kind words. And Mary Elizabeth has been incredibly sweet and kind and definitely watched stuff. And to her credit, I mean, people who are on camera, I feel like, are in a whole other category. Yeah, she's just such a lovely human being, and I really thank Lucasfilm for hiring such quality people in general, and I feel very grateful to be even in the same realm of conversation given that we're in obviously different mediums, but yeah, she's just a lovely, lovely person. I really enjoyed watching the extension of the Rebels show. And I will always enjoy any Star Wars content because first and foremost, I'm a huge, huge, huge fan. So, well, thank you for everything. And lots of love to everyone listening. Thank you. And you matter. And I'm Space Mom's hugging you, giving you a big hug.
Now, before we go, Vanessa, where can everybody find you on the social medias?
Sure. You can find me on Instagram, mostly Vanessa Marshall 1138. And obviously find me at Pod of Rebellion. That'll work. On X, it's at Van Marshall, although I haven't been over there lately. And on Blue Sky, I think if you just look for Vanessa Marshall, I'm there. And Facebook, there's a fan page if you want to find me over there as well. So thank
Vanessa,
you so much. It's a pleasure. Finally, you're awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. I love you so instantly. I can't wait to meet you in person.
I know,
And
we will.
We will. The faith, the hope. I'm building hope, Vanessa.
We have hope.
Thank you guys for watching the Scrolling Expert Show with my special guest, my new bestie, Vanessa Marshall Harris, based on herself. She will be back on later, maybe in 2026, to talk about a new show. I'm just saying, no spoilers.
Yes.
But she will be back. Watch her show, listen to her show or watch it. I think you can do both, right? You can watch it.
It's actually, you can only listen per iHeart, but we film it so that we can do reels on socials. So there is a filmed version. Oh, and I should say, forgive me for not saying this. Also, JC Reifenberg is our fact check dude. He's sort of the person who's producing all the technical components of bringing us all together to record the episode. But his brain is a lot like Sam Witwer's in that it holds all kinds of Star Wars lore. And so another treat in the podcast is to hear when we don't know what we're talking about, JC comes in at the end and gives us like amazing information. So you always will learn something from that guy. He's awesome. Plus he has a mohawk. You come for the mohawk.
Yeah, just like the mullet. Don't come for the
right.
mullet. I see it. But guys, thank you for watching. Thank you, Vanessa, again. You are a light and you are such a role model to me and inspiration. I love you instantly. Be kind to one another, guys, and may the force be with you. Oh, wait, before I say that, Vanessa, can you exit the show for us?
Yes.
And your favorite Hera line or whatever you want.
May the force be with you always.
Bye.
Bye.